Have you ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and just wondered where all the money went? You got your paycheck, you paid your bills, but the number just isn't going up? In fact, maybe it even went down a little. Feel like you're running on a financial treadmill, working hard but getting absolutely nowhere. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Because today we're talking about why getting your first $20,000 saved feels so impossible. My name's Brian, and I spend way too much time thinking about the psychology of money. If you're someone who feels stuck trying to build your savings and figure out what's holding you back, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, most people think saving is a math problem. They hear advice like just save 10% of your income or cut back on lattes, and they think, okay, I can do that. But then they try and it just doesn't work. The first $20,000 is the hardest milestone to hit, and it has almost nothing to do with math. It's all about psychology. Here's the thing. When you're starting from zero, the numbers are just depressing. Let's say you manage to save $500 a month. After a whole year of sacrifice, you have $6,000. And if you invest that and get a generous 10% return, you've made $600 for an entire year of effort. It feels completely pointless. Your brain, which is wired for instant gratification, looks at that and says, "Are you kidding me? I gave up going out with friends and eating at nice restaurants for this." This is the phase I call the desert of despair. You're putting in all this effort, but the reward is so small and so far away that it feels like it's not worth it. A 2019 study from the Federal Reserve found that nearly 40% of American adults would and be able to cover a $400 emergency expense with cash. It's not because they're all bad at math. It's because they're trapped in a cycle where saving feels punishing, not rewarding. Now, you might be thinking, but Brian, you need to save to build wealth. It's just how it works. And you're right. But knowing that logically doesn't change how you feel emotionally. Just imagine trying to push a giant boulder up a hill. The first few pushes are the hardest. You're using all your strength, and the boulder barely moves. That's saving your first $20,000. Every dollar is a struggle against financial gravity and your own psychology. Here is what most people realize. The game completely changes after you hit that first milestone. That boulder is now at the top of the hill, and it starts rolling on its own. Let's go back to the math, but this time, let's see what happens later. Once you have $20,000 saved and invested, a 10% return is now $2,000 a year. That's about $167 a month that your money is making for you without you lifting a finger. Your money is now working for you. A year later, with your continued $500 monthly savings, your total is up to $28,000. The next year's 10% return is $2,800. See the pattern? The process accelerates. Getting from 0 to 20,000 might take you 3 years. But getting from 20,000 to 40,000 might only take 2. And getting from 100,000 to 200,000 can happen even faster. This is where it gets really interesting. Your motivation system starts to flip. Instead of saving feeling like a punishment, it starts to feel like a game you're winning. You check your account and you see that your money made more in a month than you did in a day at your job. That's a powerful psychological boost. So how do we get through that desert of despair? How do we push the boulder up the hill without giving up? Here are 3 actionable steps. First, you have to automate everything. Don't rely on willpower. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or investment account the day you get paid. You can't spend money you don't see. Make it non-negotiable, like a tax you pay to your future self. Second, you need to reframe your mindset with mini goals. Don't focus on the big, scary $20,000 number. Focus on your first 1,000. When you hit that, celebrate it. Not by spending a bunch of money, but by acknowledging the achievement. Then aim for 5,000. These smaller, achievable milestones will give your brain the dopamine hits it needs to stay motivated. It's like setting up small camps on your way up Mount Everest, instead of just staring at the peak from the bottom. Third, and this is crucial, you have to find a way to increase your income. There's a hard limit to how much you can cut your expenses. You can only cut so many lattes, but there is no limit to how much you can earn. Even an extra $200 or $300 a month from a side hustle. Freelancing or asking for a raise can dramatically shorten your time in the desert. That extra income can go straight to your savings, supercharging your progress, and getting you to that $20,000 tipping point much faster. It's like getting a friend to help you push the boulder. I remember when I was starting out, I was delivering food on the weekends, and every extra $50 I made felt like a huge win. I wasn't thinking about retiring in 30 years. I was thinking about hitting my next $1,000 goal. I tracked it obsessively. When I finally crossed that $20,000 mark, something clicked. I saw my investment account growing on its own, and for the first time, I felt like I was in control. It wasn't just about sacrifice anymore. It was about strategy. So look, if you're struggling to save, I want you to know it's not because you're lazy or bad with money. It's because your brain is working against you. The initial phase is designed to be psychologically brutal, but you can beat it. Automate your savings, set small motivating goals, and focus on increasing your income. Push that boulder up the hill, because once you get to the top, you'll find that the journey gets a whole lot easier. You can do this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on how to master your money. I'll see you in the next video.